Hey guys, I'm Madison, and today I thought I would do a little short reading video before bed. Today I am going to make it be But I do want to read. The listening song. Here we go. Eyes are watching, eyes are watching. ear, ears, eyes, watching ears, listen, voices, quiet, voices, quiet. This is how we listen. This is how we listen at our school. At our school. So today I am reading The Dream Tree. This is a book that I read last year when I was making those practice videos. I read The Dream Tree. The Dream Tree. The Dream Tree. Weekly Reader presents The Dream Tree. Written by Stephen Cosgrove and illustrated by Robin James. Alrighty, everybody. Shall we read? Okay, we shall read. This is dedicated to Hazel Stevens, the woman who inspired this book. All right. Have you ever gazed at a spreading apple tree? And wondered how many kinds of life live within its branches? There are probably little black ants and funny little spiders, and of course, fuzzy caterpillars. Okay, here we go. Patty Caterpillar was one of those very same caterpillars who lived in an apple tree at the edge of a large meadow. She was young, furry, and fluffy, and most of all a mischief. All day long, Patty would scurry along the tree. Patty would scurry along the branches, wriggling all over and under leaves. And under leaves and twigs. Leaves were her favorite things to wriggle over. Because they all They always tickled her tummy. Alright. Alright, here we go. Alright. One day as she was slipping and sliding on a tree branch, the most at the far right side, perfectly, she came upon a large, perfectly white cocoon nestled among the leaves. Patty studied it, walked around it, and but for the life of her, could not see, could not decide what she wanted it to be, what she wanted it to do, what she wanted to do. So, what such a thing could happen would be used for her. She scurried along, her curious. She scurried along, that so she scur so she was so curious that she began to scurry to her to her to her mom to her mother. She scurried home to ask her mother. To scurry home to ask her mother. As she wriggled off to see the most beautiful butterfly. As she wriggled and giggled her way along the main trunk of the tree, she caught a glimpse. She caught sight of the most beautiful butterfly she had ever seen. My, Patty thought, how wonderful would it be to soar in the air like that? to soar in the air like that. She moved closer to the edge of the branch and shouted, "Mr. Butterfly, how did you become such a beautiful butterfly?" The butterfly just floated along the breeze and did not answer her. Old stuck up old butterfly, muttered Patty. She then resumed her journey and came She then resumed her journey and came to her home, which was made of leaves. She slipped in the front door and up to her mother. "Mom," she said to her mother, and up to her mother. "Mom," she said, "today I was playing on the far side of the tree. I came upon a white cocoon. What are they used for?" Her mother sat her down on the toadstool couch. And said, "Patty, when caterpillars know it is the right time, they say they each go to a new they each go and spin their white cocoon. Then they slip inside and fall asleep. While they sleep, they dream the dreams of the dream tree. When they wake up, they have transformed into beautiful butterflies." Patty scrunched up her nose and wiggled her antennae. "That's silly," she said. "Who would ever believe that a furry caterpillar would turn into a beautiful butterfly?" "But it's true," said her mother. Someday you and I will be beautiful butterflies too." Patty thought for a moment. Then how come the butterflies don't fly back and tell us what it's like? Her mother just smiled and said, "Someday you'll know. Patty, someday you'll know." Oh my goodness, friends. We are almost all done. Alright, friends. Let's keep reading. Patty jumped down from the couch and scampered outside. I think I'll just find a butterfly and ask him what it's like. She said. And with that thought in mind, she headed out for the three branches. And for the 3 branches nearest to the ones outside of the tree. Here we go, friends. Alright, friends, here we go. She waited and waited. For the big butterfly. And finally, a large butterfly fluttered by. Ahem. Ahem, she said. Ahem, she said. She said, "Mr. Butterfly, can you tell me exactly what it's like? What it feels like to be a butterfly?" The butterfly gazed at Patty and smiled. Then with the flip of his wings, he caught a passing breeze and floated up majestically up and away. "Mr. Butterfly?" she shouted. "Why won't you tell me? Why won't you tell me?" The butterfly from high above said just in a whisper, "Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know." darn. Oh, darn, Patty said. Nobody will tell me. She turned and wandered over and curled up on to her favorite twig and curled up. She thought and thought, trying to understand, but nobody could help her. But nobody could tell her what it felt like to be a butterfly. I know what I'll do, she said. When I turn into a butterfly, I'll come back and tell all my friends, and tell all my caterpillar friends, that all what it's like. Then contended to then she contended that she had solved the problem. Then she had opened her eyes. She closed her eyes and fell asleep in the warm spring sun. For months, thereafter, Patty frolicked and played in the tree. But she never but she always kept in mind her promise to herself. When her time came, when her time came to come back, she would come back. Then one day, as Patty was skittering along the branch, she stopped and her antenna began to quiver. It is time, she thought, for me to go build my cocoon. She went to the furthest leaf, to the furthest leaf, and spun on the farthest branch. She spun herself in to her cocoon. Into her cocoon. When she fell over, when she was done, she fell into a long, deep sleep and dreamed the trees and dreamed the dreams of the dream trees. After many days of resting, she woke up and forced her way out to the cocoon. Of the cocoon, she felt different all over, and she knew that she now was a butterfly. Patty slowly opened her wings and felt the soft summer breeze begin to lift her quietly into the air. From the tree. Oh, I should go back and tell my friends how it feels. She said, but it feels so wonderful to float in the warm wind. she began to drift up and away, enjoying the motion of her wings. And as she floated towards the caterpillar, far as below, she heard him shout, "What does it feel like to be a butterfly?" Patty knew what her answer would be. "Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know, little caterpillar. Someday you'll know." The end. Hey guys. Hey friends. It's the end of the video. Thanks for watching and have a great night. I'll see you on Friday. Bye, friends.